But if you only get one thing this whole time, one thing and one thing only, it needs to be the greatest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie ever made, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. And I say this because I am very biased because it's one of my favorite horror movies ever made. And it's definitely my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that's ever made. I've seen this one before I ever seen part one, so maybe I'm biased. There is your newly commissioned artwork. Here is your side of this newly commissioned artwork. And this is a thick son of a bitch here too, let me tell you. That's what we got on the back. We got the old Lord of the Harvest himself. We got old Grandpa. We've got good old, was it Stretch? I say it's one of my favorite ones and I forget the name. That's how great I am. And there's the old businessman, the good businessman that always takes it up the ass. And he says that in the movie. That's not just me being vulgar, by the way. When you pull this out, there is the back of it, which I've seen that cover before. That's actually a pretty cool cover. I'm glad they put that on here. And there's the classic Breakfast Club artwork, which I'm going to go ahead and give you a spoiler alert. I already switched mine around because it's either use this one or you use this one, and I went with this one. And I don't want to say you're up front here. How cool is it that Vinegar Syndrome's like, hey, you like slipcases, dog? Well, we put a slipcase in your slipcase. I mean, the only thing that could probably top this would be like next year, like when they come out with 8K or something like that. If you find a way to put a disc in a slipcase, that's in another slipcase. And maybe it just powers down into a big old box and you can build Voltron with it or something. I mean, I'm not being sarcastic at all. I'm saying this is great. This is awesome. But it definitely is interesting to see a slip box into a slip box, a slip case into a slip box. Reversible artwork, like I said, on this one. On the back, you'll find all you need to know. 4K scan. It's on the first disc. The second disc is a Blu-ray. It's got everything that's on the 4K disc. And the second disc, which is another Blu-ray, contains a whole bunch of archival stuff, plus a full-length documentary. This is like I said, one of the greatest horror movies ever made. It's so many years after the original one, and, the family is still around. They're serving chili with human remains in it. Good old Dennis Hopper, who is in this movie given the greatest performance of a lifetime, just so happens to be the uncle of, the people in the first movie. And he's here, for revenge, and he sets her up as a trap. The DJ at the local disc jockey or whatever, what's up with some, rich people call in and get killed while she's on there anyway. And then next thing you know, it's just Leatherface kind of falls in love with her in a roundabout way, and that's a shitty way to describe the movie. But you've seen this movie, you know about this movie. It's great. It's balls to the wall. It's bloody. It's funny, which I kind of like that. It's very quotable. You got one choice, boy, sex for the saw. Sex is who knows, but the saw is family. There's what you get disc-wise. But yeah, this, to me, is probably going to be the greatest release of the year. And I say that 100% biased because it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I also say that because it is, in my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever made, and the fact that the transfer looks amazing because it's Vinegar Syndrome and everything they do is to the highest potential they can possibly do it. So yeah, this is a must buy. If you don't get nothing else out of this, get this.